bag was going viral all over Twitter. Oh, but Hayley, it's just a brown paper bag. What could possibly be wrong with it? Oh, nothing. Just the fact that it's yet another stupid designer company who's charging an exorbitant amount of money, $90 by the way, for an everyday item for absolutely no reason other than pure greed. Because I can buy 100 brown paper bags from my local grocery store for $4. Oh, but Hayley, they're not reusable like that bag is. Not with a mindset like that, they're not. But seriously, here's the thing. If somebody truly cared about the reusability of a product, they'd just buy a regular plastic container from any department store on planet Earth for almost 90% less. They would buy that instead. It's purely just for rich people to cosplay the working class. Now, here's something that I don't even think a rich person themselves would buy. And that is saying a lot because nowadays they'll buy anything. But Prada has suddenly decided that it no longer just wants to be a company that sells high fashion and makeup. Because now for some reason, they've decided they want to sell homeware and make their own ridiculously ugly cutlery. I have two things to say about this. Who in this goddamn universe only buys one spoon, one fork, and one knife? That is actually scary behavior. Nobody, even single people who live on their own, is ever going to own just one of each piece of cutlery. This is the perfect example of how out of touch these luxury brands are. Are they aware of the concept of hosting guests? Like, you know, friends and family visiting you? Oh, but Hayley, you could just buy regular utensils for them. What, and just sit upon my ivory throne with my Prada fork, looking down and laughing at all the brokies who I've separated myself from because I think I'm too good for steel forks from Kmart? Absolutely not. But secondly, for $700, these utensils better be able to grow themselves limbs, walk their asses to the kitchen, and run themselves a bath with a bubble bath from Lush so they can wash themselves after I'm done using them. Because if they can't do that, then what the hell am I paying $700 for? And if that wasn't already ridiculous enough, they're also selling their own set of chopsticks for $975. Why they are damn near $1,000, I have no clue. It only just barely says Prada at the bottom of the chopsticks. So you can't even casually flex on other people that you own Prada unless you basically stab their eyes out by having to shove the chopsticks directly into their eyes and start screaming, "Look, I'm eating my noodles with Prada! Aren't you impressed? Aren't I so interesting?" And you want to know how else I know these luxury brands are just trying to cosplay as the regular person? Because YSL's stupid ass is selling a leather takeaway box for you to use as a handbag for almost $2,000. Who the hell is buying this? Rich people who want to be seen as relatable so desperately but just aren't willing to give up their materialistic lifestyle? You look like a complete idiot carrying this around. Why? Because you can buy 50 boxes of that exact same bag for $26 online. I can just paint it black and stick a YSL logo on top of it and nobody would know the difference. And Balenciaga stays pissing me the hell off. Because when I saw this TikTok of this woman with a towel wrapped around her waist claiming it was a Balenciaga skirt, I genuinely did not believe her. But then, of course, I do a simple Google search, and although the listing has been taken down because it got clowned on so much, rightfully so, this dumbass excuse of a luxury brand was selling a towel marketed as a skirt for $925. Firstly, there's no inclination that this is even Balenciaga. So what's the point? Secondly, don't try and justify the price of this by claiming that it's a skirt because it's not. And you guys know that. And lastly, celebrities were actually buying this stupid towel and it did make them look stinky, lazy, and uncouth.
Give us the skirt twirl. That's amazing.
Why would I want to look like that in public? And don't even get me started on the dirty shoe trend that every single shoe company seems to be frothing at the mouth over, despite the fact that every single species in the multiverse thinks they're the ugliest thing to have ever exist, because Reebok has the audacity to charge you at least 2 weeks worth of rent for a pair of shoes that look like somebody was burying a body while it was raining. Like, you're a suspect of a murder case if I see you wearing these. Gucci wants to sell a pair of shoes that looks like they're worn by a drug dealer every night while he's making his rounds around the city for the same price as a brand new 75-inch TV from Sony. Would you rather buy a modern, smart, flat screen television that'll most likely last you for the next 15 to 20 years? Or buy a pair of shoes that look like they've already been owned and worn for 15 to 20 years and have only now just been retired to your local thrift shop? I think the choice is obvious. And these idiotic golden goose shoes have been the cause of controversy on Twitter, as this company is also selling pre-dirt caked shoes, so you'll never have to worry about getting them dirty yourself. They've already done the work for you. For the cool price of $595. And hysterically enough, the pair that's dirtier costs more at $695. Obviously, because why would the filthier shoes not be more expensive? I mean, they put more effort into making them dirty for you, so that's the least you could do for them. And unfortunately, Vans themselves are participating in this horrendous trend because they too are selling pre-loved sneakers looking for a brand new home, despite the fact that they are brand new shoes and have never been worn by anyone ever. And you notice how they had the gall to sell these abominations for the same price as their regular shoes? I already own dirty sneakers. This just reeks of desperation. And also, for some reason, nobody's talking about the fact that these brands just don't want to make a normal functioning pair of jeans anymore.
No idea.
Yep, like the dirty shoe trend, we're also seeing companies sell dirty jeans. And I found the exact brand selling these pants. We the Free wants me to pay $130 for something that I could do myself for free at home just by rolling around in the grass for a minute. Because that'll produce the exact same goddamn result. But the real question here is, why would I want to wear dirty jeans? Because Zara's try-hard ass is also selling these faux excrement-stained pants as an attempt to be different. You're not quirky, you're just nasty. Speaking of Zara, did you know they're also selling jeans that look like they're fresh out of the washing machine?
Ugh. Brother, ugh. What's that? What's that, brother?
You're pissing me off. Why would I intentionally wear a pair of pants that look like they've been scrunched up into a ball and sitting in the darkest corner of my drawer for a better part of 6 months? It's not fashion. It just looks awful. And the fact that you've had to list them at half price and they're still not selling should tell you just how out of touch you guys are. And if there wasn't legitimate proof of this happening, y'all would not believe me, and for good reason. But a brand called Jordan Luca genuinely began selling a pair of jeans that looked like the person wet themselves after trying to make a public speech. I wish I was joking, but these actually sold out. Because apparently when you're bored out of your goddamn brains rich, this is the most riveting piece of clothing that you've ever seen in your whole entire life. I genuinely envy the self-confidence of these people because they willingly paid $810 just to make it look like they had an accident after riding a particularly scary roller coaster at Luna Park. And while we're on the topic of jeans, this brand has decided to sell a pair with its very own underwear attached to the inside of the jeans, so it makes it look like you have the biggest wedgie while you're walking everywhere you go. Why would I ever want to own a pair of pants that makes it intentionally look like I'm trying to show off my underwear to the world? This is just so tacky. And for almost $70 plus shipping, this should be a crime. But this trend doesn't just stop at clothing, because it extends to household items too.
Just got home and I have an issue with Erewhon. I love it. I'm a huge fan, but this is my $20 Hayley Bieber smoothie. And my straw, Can't suck anything out of it. But I knew that was going to happen. So of course, I got another straw just in case. I opened the straw. The other side is still sealed. Then I was at the cash register and I was like, ooh, an Erewhon reusable bag. Okay, let me get one. He was like, there's a small and a large. I was like, okay, I'll get the large. I thought it was gonna be like, you know, $10.99. No, this cost me $150. What?
Hey, so quick question. Why does nobody put anything back anymore? If a cashier looked me in my eyes and told me that a tote bag that is not anything worth than $2 was actually $150, I would go into cardiac arrest until it was out of my sight. But everyone continues to piss me off because on top of selling $150 bags, they're also selling 8 designer ice cubes that you have to pay $32 for.
Tell me why they're selling, this is ice, by the way, for $31.99. 8 ice cubes, ice balls.
What, because they're shaped like spheres, they're suddenly more valuable? I don't give a damn if it was shaped like a dodecahedron. It's goddamn water that's genuinely going to melt out of existence in about 2 hours. And these greedy sons of bitches will simply just mark the price up on the exact same item if it's simply just in a different color. It's absolutely disgusting. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Mwah. I love you all so much, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.